Hey everyone, Tanisha Coffee here, aka The Lofty Entrepreneur, and I want to show you today how you can do some domain research to see what domains are available, which one you might want for your website or blog, and then I will show you how to grab some hosting. All right, so here we are on Bluehost.com. I like this service because we actually use it for our websites, and I do have some tech skills, but it's not my favorite thing to do. And they're super great when it comes to customer service and kind of walking you through things, being super responsive to your, when you submit support tickets. So, love it. I've talked to them at 3 o'clock in the morning before. Yeah, it's that serious sometimes. So, just to let you know, that's one of the reasons why I like it, but I also like it because it's simple to use and the pricing isn't crazy. So, love that too. Now, for the domains, I'm going to go here and click on domain right there. And this, I want to just do this just so I can do research. You just type in whatever. I would suggest you make a short list of domains before you get here that you may want to use for your business or your blog. And then if one is not available, you're not at a loss for another possible name, and it won't slow your process down. So let's type in Flubber Toys, just because Flubber Toys, and then they already add the .com. If you wanted a different extension, you could choose a different extension here. So that's completely up to you. All right, so I'm going to hit search, and let's see. It says, congrats, your domain is available. Woohoo! All right, so if this was not available, it would say, sorry, your domain is unavailable. And then you could come, it will give you a list of other possible domains that are similar to what you put in. If you like one of those, great. If you don't, then you just come back up here, type in another URL that you're interested in, another domain name you're interested in having, and you repeat the process till you find one that you like. Now, if you already have hosting with Bluehost, you would log into your account and you could go through this same process and just buy the domain. However, since I'm presuming that you do not have hosting or domain yet, I would say do not buy your domain right here at this step. Instead, I suggest that you just remember your URL that was available, because remember, I said this was our research. So go to, I want you to keep this. We're going to go to back to bluehost.com. And for hosting, one of the more popular platforms for entrepreneurs to build their websites on is WordPress. Bluehost is known to work really well with WordPress. It's one of the hosting providers, if not the only, I'm not sure on that, that WordPress actually recommends. So another reason to use it. So anyway, go here. This hosting is for different types of hosting. So if you're building on a different platform or having a designer do it for you, they may tell you something else. But again, as a new entrepreneur, I recommend WordPress. So we're going to go down to WordPress hosting. For those of you who are doing e-commerce stores, retail stores, you may be tempted to choose the e-commerce one. I suggest that you do not do that. I suggest that you go ahead and still choose WordPress hosting. And then once you're ready to start building out your site, you choose an e-commerce template and you choose plugins. Plugins are like apps, that you put on your phone that provide different functionalities like Quick Memo or, calorie tracker, things like that. They're applications that have a specific purpose. Well, in WordPress, that same concept is applied, but instead of them called applications, they're called plugins. In any case, for e-commerce, you could just find plugins that can help you with the e-commerce aspects of your site. Okay, so let's grab this WordPress hosting, click there. Shared hosting is fine. They have other types of hosting here on Bluehost, but for our purposes, for most small entrepreneurs, this is all you need. You don't need a dedicated server or any of that. All right. Um, so the reason I told you not to buy your domain on the other page is because if you're getting hosting, guess what? Look right here, free domain name registration for the first year. So basically when you buy your hosting, you're going to have the option to add a domain to your order for free anyway. So that's why I said don't get it yet. Now, when you choose your plans, there's three options: basic plus, choice plus. Um, as you can see, the on the first line, the main thing is the number of websites. The second thing, number of storage, and then the number of subdomains. Those are like the three main things that are comparable, across these, or things not comparable, things that you would compare. So if you just know that you're only going to build one website and it's going to be pretty small, not a lot of, going to be storing a lot of pictures and videos on that website, then getting the basic package is fine. However, if you get the basic package, notice down here, see how this ends here? Over here it says CodeGuard Basic Backup. This means that Bluehost will back up your website. So on the basic package, you don't have that option. Now, the workaround to that is WordPress does have site backup plugins. So if you prefer to get the basic package, you can do so, but just remember that one of the first things you need to do when you after you get your WordPress website installed is to find a plugin for backing up your website. Otherwise, you're going to have issues. If something happens to your website, you would have to keep building it from scratch. Okay, if the site goes down for some reason and you don't want to have to deal with that, having a backup makes it so much easier. All right, now between the Plus and the Choice Plus, really the main difference is the backup. Okay, so again, they're at the outset at this point, they're both $5.45 per month. The normal price, there's a $4 difference, and let's talk about that. So, what Bluehost does is the price it shows you is based off of the monthly amount that you would pay if you prepay for a 36-month term, so 3 years. So if you decide to go ahead and pay for 3 years of hosting, the amount that you would pay is equivalent to $5.45 times 36 months. So I'm not going to try to do the quick math. We'll see that in a minute. So that's what that price would be. When you check out, there are options. If you wanted to just do 24 months, or if you just wanted to do 12 months, you can do that, but it will cost you more. It won't still be $5.45. I think there's a dollar difference if you do, I think it's like $6.45 if you do 24 months, $7.45 if you pay for 12 months in advance. And if you choose to go month to month, that's when you would be at this regular price. So it would be, the $10.99 or the $14.99. So keep that in mind as you budget. If you have the budget to go ahead and pay for a longer term, you definitely come out way cheaper in the long run. But if money is tight, it is what it is, and get the hosting that fits within your budget. Okay. So out of these two, between Choice Plus and Plus, I would choose the Choice Plus just because, again, it has that backup that comes with it. And the thing about these latter two options is that if you think that, say, you want to build your blog on one URL and you want to build your website on another, and or if you're an agency that's going to be, building multiple websites and hosting those websites for people, then it makes more sense to have one of these packages, because you can build unlimited websites on there, and you have all unlimited subdomains. So you just have to decide what you're doing. If you're small business, one website, that's all you're going to do, and you're going to go grab a backup plugin from WordPress, you can go and deal with the basic package. If you think you might want to do more than one website, or if you don't want to have to deal with the technical side of finding, a backup plugin and doing whatever is needed for that, then you might want to just go for the Choice Plus package. I'm going to select the Choice Plus. Okay, so on this screen, it says next we'll set up your domain. So this is where, remember, we did our research and we said, okay, I want to use Flubber Toys. And it was a .com, so we would just type in the domain here. We already know it's available, so it shouldn't be a problem. We're going to hit next. And it says it's available. Yay! We knew that. Okay, so then you would just go in here and you would finish filling out all of your account information. Down here it summarizes your packages. Remember I told you, you know, how Bluehost does its pricing. So for 36 months at $5.45 a month, it will cost you $196.20. Okay, and you get your domain for free. If you wanted to just do the 24 months, yeah, like I said, it was $695 or $745. So you do have some options there if you were getting this package, and that same kind of interface will show on the other packages as well. And these are up to you. Domain privacy, oh, it comes for free. That's good. That means that if somebody were to look up your domain, they wouldn't just necessarily be able to find your name and contact information. Um, and then these other extras, these are up to you. Okay, they're not necessary at this point, and realistically, you can add them later through Bluehost. So I would probably uncheck them unless you just wanted to pay them. Enter your payment information, hit submit, and guess what? You will have hosting and a website. Pretty cool, right? All right, guys, that's it for today. Talk to you soon.